If you're looking for your next binge-worthy series, these most watched Netflix shows in 2024 should be on your next watch list. Today, we will cover the first month's viewership of these top 10 shows, where some of them even made it to the most watched Netflix series of all-time list. From nerve-wracking thrillers to mind-bending science fiction, these series have grabbed the streaming world by surprise and offer plenty for the fans of other genres as well. So let's have a look at the new Netflix shows that topped the charts and charmed audiences around the world in 2024. Number 10. Black Doves. It is an espionage thriller series released on Netflix on December 5, 2024. The drama was developed by Joe Barton and stars Keira Knightley as Helen Webb, the spouse of the Defense Minister of the United Kingdom, who works as a professional spy for the Black Dove Syndicate. The story picks up steam after Helen's boyfriend is killed, leading her bosses to designate Sam, Helen's old acquaintance and hitman played by Ben Whishaw, to protect her while she exacts retribution. The series puts a new spin on well-known spy cliches, and Knightley and Wishaw's engaging interactions are its highlight. But the show's successful fusion of romantic and spy aspects is undermined by a lack of characterization detail. Combining several genres into a truly different action thriller, Black Doves achieves its aim flawlessly and has received an incredible 37.5 million views in its first 4 weeks of release. Furthermore, Netflix renewed it for a second season before its initial launch. Number 9. Three-Body Problem. It is a science fiction drama series created by Alexander Wu, D.B. Weiss, and David Benioff. The series is based on Liu Cixin's renowned book of the same name and depicts the first installment of a trilogy about mankind's initial interaction with an alien society. The story weaves together several time periods, starting during China's Cultural Revolution when astrophysicist Ye Wenji joins a clandestine government effort to make contact with alien life. In the present day, experts get caught up in a string of inexplicable events involving the murders of influential scientists and a game played in virtual reality called Three-Body, which connects these occurrences to an upcoming extraterrestrial invasion by the Trisolaran civilization. The series takes on its big source material with remarkable spirit, and the first season makes an effective start with a huge 39.7 million views in its first month of release. While the pacing is slow, the story's execution is outstanding and effectively conveys huge concepts about scientific curiosity, fusing grandeur and passion with theoretical inquiries. Plus, the show is renewed for a second and third season. Number 8. Nobody Wants This. Aaron Foster is the creator of this romantic comedy series. The show features Adam Brody as Noah, a recently separated rabbi, and Kristen Bell as Joanne, a cynical podcaster. The story examines their odd romance while exploring the difficulties brought on by their opposite backgrounds and the interference of their controlling families. The show offers an interesting viewpoint on cross-faith relationships by striking a mix between emotional moments and fun. The show's smart humor and undeniable chemistry between Kristen Bell and Adam Brody make it a huge hit, which also contributed to its popularity. In its first month of release, the first season has received an astounding 42 million views, and it has been given a second season renewal. Number 7. The Gentleman. It is a crime comedy series that Guy Ritchie created. Theo James plays Eddie Halstead, a wealthy man who obtains a family-owned British rural manor. But when Eddie takes over, he finds that his deceased dad had set up a sizable cannabis production on the property. As he learns more about this covert operation, Eddie meets deadly crooks and encounters difficulties running the criminal operation. The series successfully builds upon the world created in the first movie and features an interesting plot, great action, and character development. Given its popularity, gripping storyline, and outstanding performances, the show garnered an incredible 51.8 million viewers in its first 4 weeks of release, claiming a spot among Netflix's most popular series, and has been renewed for a second season. Number 6. Baby Reindeer. It's a limited drama series featuring Richard Gadd. Based on his own encounters with stalking and its impact on mental health, the show is an adaptation of his award-winning one-man drama. The story revolves around Donnie Dunn, a comedian who ends up in a complicated and progressively deadly situation with a woman named Martha. What starts out as an allegedly innocent meeting turns into a terrifying experience that explores issues of trauma, obsession, and the hazy boundaries between victims and offenders. Although it might be challenging to watch, its emotional depth and superb acting pay off. Its uncompromising depiction of mental health problems and tragedy gets the show an astounding 56.5 million views in its first few weeks of release. Overall, Baby Reindeer is an engaging series that explores the depths of fixation and anguish. Number 5. Avatar: The Last Airbender. It is a live-action version of the same titled animated series. Albert Kim created the series, which beautifully portrays the fascinating world of elemental manipulation and traces the quest of Aang, the Avatar and only living air nomad. The show takes place in a universe where some people, called benders, have the ability to control the elements of fire, air, earth, or water, and revolves around Aang, who is found by siblings Katara and Sokka from the Southern Water Nation after getting stuck in ice for more than a century. Together, they set out on a mission to assist Aang in mastering all four elements and confronting Fire Lord Ozai in order to put an end to the war. Despite issues with pacing and character growth, the series sincerely adapts the tale and features amazing visual effects that reflect the appeal and complexity of the animated series. With 55.4 million views in the first 4 weeks of its debut, it topped Netflix's list of TV series at that time. Netflix renewed the series for 2 seasons, with work on Season 2 already started in September 2024. Number 4. Griselda. It is a 6-episode miniseries on Griselda Blanco, an infamous Colombian drug boss who was a key figure in the Miami drug market throughout the 1970s and 1980s. The story follows Griselda Blanco's transformation from a poor immigrant to a powerful player in the drug underworld. It also delves into her private life, illuminating the inconsistencies and challenges that shaped her personality. Sofia Vergara gives an engaging performance that enhances the conventional plot, making Griselda a must-see for fans of grim crime dramas. Griselda had a strong launch month with remarkable viewership statistics. With 57.3 million views, the series topped Netflix's global weekly top 10 TV lists for weeks. Number 3. Fool Me Once. Based on the same titled novel by Harlan Coben, it is a 2024 Netflix mystery miniseries. The series portrays Maya Stern, a young widow who notices her presumably dead husband, Joe, on the babysitter's monitor. As she looks for details concerning her husband's fate, the finding leads her into a maze of falsehoods and mysteries. The series offers good suspense throughout, and story twists will keep you hooked all the time. However, the characters are weak and the entire story is challenging, so unless you are fans of the mystery genre, this will not impress you much. In spite of these shortcomings, Fool Me Once attracted a sizable audience. With 79.8 million views worldwide in its first 4 weeks, it is currently the 8th most watched Netflix series ever. Number 2. Bridgerton Season 3. With its 2024 premiere, the series carries on the Regency-era drama by concentrating on Penelope Featherington and Colin Bridgerton's developing romance. Against the setting of London's elite society, this season examines their journey from lifelong friends to loving partners. In the meantime, Penelope, who happens to be the notorious gossip columnist Lady Whistledown, struggles with her disguise while pursuing love and freedom. Similar to earlier seasons, Season 3 attracted a large viewership and got 88 million views in its first 4 weeks, resulting in the 6th most watched Netflix series ever. While this season's narrative flow suffers, the series' strong audience statistics demonstrate its lasting appeal and position as a major player in modern streaming entertainment. Despite its shortcomings, the season is nevertheless highly watchable and thrives on the chemistry between the main characters and the visually engaging plot. Number 1. Squid Game Season 2. Released on December 26, 2024, the series carries on the terrifying story of the deadly game that enthralled viewers all around the world. Season 2 broke all the records held by Wednesday and Squid Game Season 1 in just 2 weeks, surpassing all of the below shows and garnering a staggering 126 million views, with many more to come. Season 2 opens with Song Gi-hun returning to the games and learning more about the evil organization that runs them in an effort to topple the system that takes advantage of the weakest members of society. New players are presented alongside recurring characters, and each one has an interesting backstory that enhances the complexity of the difficult game they play. Although Season 2 mainly relies on well-known themes of the first season and struggles to maintain depth, the core plot is strong and captures your attention from the start. Overall, Squid Game Season 2 keeps up the gripping, suspenseful plot that enthralled viewers in the first season and leaves you eager for the third and final season coming in 2025.